girl. Where you at, girl? You are what they call, what do they call it? A lol cow? Is that what they say? That is still the stupidest fucking word I've ever heard. A lol cow. Anyway, where are you? Where you at, girl? Did she block me on Did she block me on YouTube? No way. I can't find her channel. Ah, there she is. There she is.
If
There
you
she,
have made your
there she is. So Alyssa Mercante dropped the video. She dropped the video on YouTube. Okay, and you know, big ups to her. Good job. You know, doing your thing. Uh, Mr. Monkeys, what's going on? He says, "What's good, Auntie? Hope you've been staying away from, dude. This is we're gonna act like that didn't happen. We are going to pretend we are going we are going to operate like that did not happen. No, do not clip that. Do not clip that, bro. Holy shit, I got assaulted by my mic. Holy shit, I think you chipped my tooth. Okay, we got to get to it. We got work to get to. So, holy motherfucker talking about we ain't pretending. Hold on, guys. Where is my oh there it is. It's way over there. So we got to talk about Alyssa Mercante. Of course, as always. Again, time and time again. Hold on, let me fix this really quick. There we go. There we go. So we got to talk about Alyssa Mercante. Okay, she's back at it again, and she dropped the video talking about South of Midnight, and we're going to talk about it. We're absolutely going to talk about it. Let's react to it. Of course, I'm gonna put this on 1.25 because you know we don't do normal over here. Let's just see what she had to say.
Your entire internet presence shitting on people, attacking people, poop. If you have made your entire internet presence shitting on people, attacking people, poo-pooing on stuff in order to continue to rile up a base of disenfranchised young men, you're a piece of shit. South of Midnight, people really like it. It is a third-person action-adventure game from Compulsion. They're the people who made We Happy Few. It's sitting at a 77 on Metacritic. It just came out on April 9th. What they are doing is shitting on this game and acting like this game, just like every other game that they've decided that they don't like, is indicative of the beginning of the end or the final nail in the coffin of anything that ever features anybody but a white guy. We have to go back a pretty long ways to get into why the Chuds hate South of Midnight. The main reason why the Chuds don't like South of Midnight is because there's a black woman in it, and she's the main character. And
I've never seen myself represented. This is awesome because I've never seen myself.
I've never seen myself until now. Shout out to Christopher Baker with the $10 super chat. I appreciate you, bro. You can now see yourself. He says testing. He wanted to make sure he could see himself, and he can. So he can now see himself. I appreciate that, bro. Okay, so let's go ahead and stop it right there. She says the main reason why people are dunking on South of Midnight is because there's a black woman in it, and she's the main character. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's go ahead and break this down. What have I told y'all on this channel since the very beginning of starting it? Let me get closer, okay? Since I started this channel, I've told y'all to look out for feminine warfare. And this is that. Because this is what she's doing. She's already putting you on defense. You get what I'm saying? She's already putting you on defense when you were like you have to come in and defend your point. But not only do you not have to defend your point, but now you have to defend your point and your reputation of being a racist. Because that's what she's accusing. So now you have to prove your point, and you have to disprove that you are a racist. You know what I'm saying? And here's the truth of the matter: you're more likely to put your foot in your mouth well before you're ever likely to prove that you're not a racist. You want to know why? Well, one, because it's easy to do. Like, I give you a prime example. Like, white people, y'all do this all the time where somebody calls you a racist and you instantly go on defense and you're like, I'm not racist. I got like 3 black friends. No, don't do that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't do that. Do not say you got 3 black friends. Jesus Christ. Like, I cringe every time y'all do it. It's like, I'm not racist. I eat fried chicken. What? Stop doing that. You'd be better off saying, I'm not racist. I haven't lynched a nigga in 10 years. You'd be better off saying that, honestly speaking. But the truth of the matter is, you will never prove that you are not a racist to these kind of people. Especially not Alyssa Mercante. You want to know why? Because, nigga, you are racist. Just like the rest of us. I'm just telling you. I've been telling y'all from the beginning. Racism ain't going nowhere. Everybody's racist to some degree. Sorry. It is what it is. You can never prove that you are not a racist because 9 times out of 10, you are. You know what I'm saying? Racism is built into the very fabric of human DNA. You can't get rid of it. It will always be there. Mankind yearns for the ability to differentiate itself from one another. Even if you, by some colossal miracle, found a way to eradicate racism from society, there would be classism, there would be colorism, there would be elitism, there would be all type of isms. Niggas is gonna find a way to make themselves either better or different from the other people. Trying to make everybody the same is not gonna work, ever. It'll be tall versus the short. It'll be rich versus the poor. It'll be the fast versus the slow. The strong versus the weak. So you'll never get rid of racism, bro. So when somebody like Alyssa Mercante comes up to you and say some shit like, oh, y'all don't like it because it's a black woman in it, ignore that shit and just defend your point. Alyssa Mercante is a liar. The reason why South to Midnight has gotten so much heat is because Sweet Baby Inc. was attached to it. And furthering that anti-Sweet Baby Inc. agenda was the revealing or the discovery, whether or not you believe it is inconsequential, the discovery that the main character for this game was originally a white woman. Now, here's the thing. Smash JT came out with stories, Endymion came out with stories, or you know, insiders and things like that. Compulsion Games and everybody associated with it had the opportunity to come out and say, listen, what these niggas talking about is some bullshit. Okay? The main character was never originally a white woman. There is no Sweet Baby Inc. coming in and telling us how to do our game or none of that. These niggas making up shit. But they never did it. They never said anything. Oh, and couple that with the fact that you have a community manager that came out and said white straight male gamers were a mistake. So it's fairly obvious that Compulsion Games, through the people that they hire, through the narrative consulting companies that they work with, seems to be an organization that is either racist against white people or just flat out simps. So let's continue with this video.
Because it's unapologetically black and set in the American South, filled with black people and black.
Unapologetically black, but the black female protagonist has to pick cotton to level up. Sure.
Music and all of those things. The other reason why they really don't like it is because when Gamergate 2 first started kicking off last year in March, people were coming for community managers and coming for Sweet Baby and then also community managers. That was their MO, and we've talked about this a bunch. Remember, all of these right-wing reactionaries and the people looking to make content by peddling.
Again, not right-wing, never been close to right-wing. It's like I told y'all, make sure y'all understand this. You're not right wing. You are center. They have gone so far to the left that the middle now appears to be right wing to them. You already saw what happens when this movement goes to right wing. Goodergate. Yeah. No, you are center. These morons are just so far to the left. Alyssa Mercante is so far to the left. And the only thing you need to prove that is she believes that black people can't be racist. That's how I know she's dumb as fuck.
Anger and rage and fear and frustration and racism and other forms of hate and disgusting shit. What they consistently do is they target people who work at these studios that are on.
So you think, first of all, you think making videos about what people already feel is disgusting shit, but you don't think that lying in your articles about what actually started Gamergate is disgusting shit? You don't think that reaching out to somebody's wife, trying to get her, as a journalist, by the way, using your journalistic skills to go and uncover somebody's wife to give her information so that she could possibly divorce her husband, you don't think that's disgusting shit? Let me tell you something. Shout out to Smash JT. Love him. That's my guy. You do that shit over here in the South where I'm at, you liable to get your fucking head knocked off. Not by me. Let you go to a black woman talking about some, did you know your husband was on here roasting bitches? That bitch will find you where you at and knock your head clean off. Bitch, don't ever message me about no shit like that ever in your life. That's why I don't understand why you be so quick to defend them. You know they'll knock your head. You know black women don't like your ass. And you be over here, it's black people. Black man, if a black woman had the opportunity, she would knock your head clean the fuck off for even fucking with it. For even being around Paris or Sugar Bear. Stop it. Anyway.
On the lower rungs of the ladder. What they did was they found this compulsion games community manager on every platform humanly possible, because this is what they do, and they started basically archiving anything she's ever said. They're pointing to one tweet which is clearly a joke, and they're saying, look at this black woman, she's racist. It's just the most disingenuous, bullying, harassing type fucking.
How is it disingenuous? You got to be careful. What I tell y'all about feminine warfare, they just say shit and expect you to run with it. The idiots, they just run with it. But the truth of the matter is, she said it's the most disingenuous how. This woman came out and said, she said, Asian people equals white adjacent. She also said white straight male gamers were a mistake. Now you say it was obviously a joke. Okay, how? How is it that all of her jokes seem to be anti-white? I ain't seen no anti-black. I ain't seen no anti-Indian. I ain't seen no anti-nothing. Just anti-white. Because it's not disingenuous. Alyssa Mercante is just saying shit and hoping you latch on to it.
Behavior from small men with small little brains. Attacking the community manager at Arrowhead for Helldivers. They were attacking the community manager, I think at EA. They went after community managers because community managers are the most forward-facing, the most audience-facing people. They are on social media a lot.
Another lie. We go after community managers. Nigga, what are you talking about? Gamers go after anybody. What? Bobby Kotick? Hello? A billionaire? Nigga got roasted into oblivion. Kim Belair? What? We can't go after niggas we don't see? And no, actually, that's a lie, because niggas absolutely go after people they don't see. Corinne Bush? What is she talking about? This is why I say you guys got to be very diligent. It's important for y'all to maintain a level head. This goes for you Twitter niggas too. When you tweeting, because a lot of y'all be tweeting some wild shit and you be making everybody else look bad. You have to keep a level head and understand what somebody like Alyssa Mercante is doing. She's just saying shit. She's throwing shit at the wall and hoping it sticks. This is why her message resonates with no one. She said, we are men with small little brains. That's interesting, because how are these men with such small little brains infinitely more successful than you? That's always an oxymoron, right? Like how us regular people like feel so entitled to talk shit about people that are so much bigger than us as if we're bigger than them. Sweetheart, need I remind you that you had sex with a man at a bar, a man that you met at the bar, just so you could write an article about him? Where are your finances? Now, if you would have got rich over that, maybe we could talk. But bitch, you're broke. Still looking for a job in the game industry. Bragging about writing some freelance articles for Rolling Stone. What? I'm sorry. Nobody respects that. What are you talking about? But we're the ones with such small little brains. This is coming from the motherfucker who had to get pro bono lawyer work for a frivolous lawsuit that she knows she's going to lose. If you felt like you were going to win it, you would be extra careful about how you're going after other content creators. But you and I both know you're not doing that. You're not doing that.
Social media history, which is great for them to, mine for a content. I obviously spoke out against the behavior, initially with even the Sweet Baby Inc. piece, but then also with the fact that these people were clearly making community managers, specifically female or queer or people of color community managers, their targets. As a result of that, I became someone that if people wanted to tell their story and they wanted to do so in a way where the person they were talking to understood the kind of culture around the conversation, they would come to me. So luckily, one of the first job that I was able to do after Kotaku, this was my first piece that I did fresh out of Kotaku, not long. I think the day that I announced that I had left Kotaku, I was at Compulsion Games in Montreal. Talk about this a lot. Part of the reason why these people continue to get angry about things is because there is obviously a huge cavernous hole inside of them that they don't know how to fill. And some ways that they try and fill it is by taking other people down. You will never feel satisfied.
Again, lies or just flat out made up bullshit. A hole inside of you that you can't feel. Bitch, the hole inside of me is watching a game that I've known and loved for years and years and years all of a sudden change shit because of diversity, equity, and inclusion. What are you talking about? That's the hole. Like you gotta pay attention. Because they will try to overcomplicate something that's so simple. Sweetheart, the only thing I'm asking for is for y'all to make the games how they were originally made. But instead, what they're doing is they're coming in and they're making games and checking boxes. And because they're doing that, it's coming off as inauthentic.
I've never seen myself represented. This is awesome because I've never seen myself.
I've never seen myself up until now. Shout out to that boy, Mr. Monkey. Okay, Mr. Monkey, I got you. Where you at? It's not here. I could have sworn I put it here. It's not here. Oh, it is here.
Hello, monkey.
Hello, monkeys. He dropped a $10 super chat. He says she know a thing or two about filling in holes. Oh, you are diabolical for that. You are absolutely diabolical for that. But I appreciate the 10, bro. So yeah, I mean the hole that you're referring to is when I pick up the controller for a game. Okay, I expect a cohesive game, but authenticity. When I pick up a game starring a black woman, I expect to see and hear the everyday life of a black woman. Not fucking a white Canadian's perspective of what they think black women talk about all the goddamn time. Not a black woman's agenda on making sure they drive home particular narratives so that they can see themselves. That's not what I expect. That's not what I expect. When I pick up a video game starring a black male, I expect to see a black male experience. And I'm sorry, we don't go around talking every day about how, what is it? Crypto Beats, what is it that they be putting in these fucking games? Shit, I don't be playing them. Just weirdo shit. These racist talking points. Oh, I can't even level up because the white man keep me down. What? I don't want to pick up a fucking game set in Middle Earth and they're talking about pronouns. I don't want to pick up a game about World War III and they talking about how the world would be saved by a black woman. That shit makes no fucking sense. Black women walk around with this fake ass narrative like, oh, we're the ones that America was built on our backs. No, the fuck it wasn't. Be killing me with this fake ass bullshit. Black women saved America. Nigga, how? Just be going around saying that shit. Just be going around saying no dumbass shit like, black women are responsible for America. No, you're fucking not. And so you get black women who actually feel that way, and they go and try to put it in every entertainment medium they possibly can. Jada Pinkett Smith trying to tell you Cleopatra was fucking black.
With your life. That is something that money will never fix. And that is something that, your 15 minutes of fame on YouTube will never fix. So this was the first piece that I did when I went.
She didn't just say that. 15 minutes. The people roasting your ass have been on YouTube for years and successful for years. I don't know what she's talking about, but there are several YouTubers that are roasting your dumb ass who have invested their money and they'll be successful for forever, whether or not they're on YouTube. So I don't know what the hell she's talking about. Oh, what just happened?
If you have made your entire internet presence, it is a game that feels, looks, and acts like, like a AA or like an indie. It's not the longest game in the world. It's not going to have combat that rewrites everything you've ever understood about it. But it is a piece of art in the purest sense of the word. It is exactly what I think of when I make the argument that video games are art. And the commodification, obviously, of video games, which is something that has to happen, is so different than art on the wall or something like that. And the culture around it has become so enmeshed with this idea of deserving something or this is the product and the product needs to be good, that these are the same people who will liken a video game not working well when it launches to a car not driving. If your car that you bought doesn't drive and Gam Gam has to go to the hospital, she is going to fucking die. If your fucking video game that you bought doesn't work, nothing happens. You just have to get it fixed.
Get the fuck out of here. What kind of fucking analogy is that? What type of stupid ass analogy is that? Are you fucking dumb? Bitch, if I spend $80 on a video game, I expect it to work. I expect it to be worth my time. Entertainment versus the motor vehicle industry? Are you stupid? This bitch just said about 10 minutes ago, these little men with very, very little brains. And yet you just compare entertainment to a fucking motor vehicle. What? Yo, let's just keep going, man.
So likening it to a car is just so stupid and disingenuous. But this is
So who's done that? Because she's the only person I've ever heard do that. Who's done that, gang? I ain't seen it. Just making shit up.
People feel about games now. They think about games solely as a one-to-one product. I bought, should work, I should like. If don't like.
What the fuck is wrong with that? If I pay my motherfucking money for it. Hold on, no. Because she wants to liken this shit to art. Fine. Your art is your art, bitch. I don't have to like your art. I don't have to like it. The fuck? Let me listen to me carefully. For all of you out there in the video game industry, listening to women like this is gonna have your ass without a job. You can make art all goddamn day long. Don't nobody like that shit, ain't nobody gonna buy it. I'm sorry. It is what it is.
like, I will harass. There were people who were all over this, even when there wasn't really any news coming out. Like every other community manager that has faced this ire, the community manager from Compulsion Games had to lock down almost all of their accounts. There's been community managers who have had to relock their accounts when the games have launched because now it's brought back this harassment campaign. And this whole conversation of, oh, well, if you just don't acknowledge them, they'll go away. That's not what's happening. These people are desperate for attention. They are desperate to feel some sort of validation. And their version of validation is, if I harass you enough and you block me, I won. That's not how that works. If you...
Sweetheart, you are so delusional. You are beyond delusional. Nobody gives a damn if you block us or not. Nobody cares. At the end of the day, we're going to roast you. See, this is the part, women don't understand this because women don't grow up like men. So I really don't blame you for not understanding this. We're men. We're going to roast your ass regardless. You can block me. You can not block me. You can run from the internet. I don't care. As long as you keep running your mouth, we're going to keep roasting your ass. And that's the part that you can't understand. If community managers want to come out and say wild shit, they are going to get roasted every time. That's the part. This is what does Smash JT call it? Yellow journalism. You're lying by omitting. You bringing up the fact that community managers are facing harassment campaigns, but you're not bringing up why. You're not talking about why. You're not talking about the fact that the Pikachu girl came out and said XYZ about gamers, XYZ about straight white men. That's what you're not talking about. The same way when you wrote that bullshit ass article for Kotaku, when you said, Sweet Baby Inc. doesn't do what you think it does, and you talked about West started Gamergate, and you failed to mention that Chris Kendrick was the one that started the shit. That's what you failed to mention. You are a liar. Let me get closer to y'all. So let me get closer to you. You are a liar. That's why you're getting the harassment campaign you're getting. It's not harassment because you keep stoking the flames, but still, you are a liar. You lie by omission, or you just flat out lie. You've done it several times in this video. You've done it several times throughout the last year and a quarter. And that's why you continue to get roasted. So, I mean, it is what it is. We're going to leave it right there because obviously we can spend all day on that video. As far as whether or not South of Midnight is art, I mean, listen, it's art. It's art. But I find it interesting that you keep trying to say, oh, you know, they expect games to just work. And I like, listen, nigga, it's video games. I expect that when I buy a movie ticket, it's an actual cohesive movie. I hope that I like it. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes the movie is just trash. And if a movie is trash, then guess what we do? We roast it. That movie was hot garbage. Terrible. Buns. Cheeks. So, I mean, you know, say whatever you want. All right.
You. Oh, fuck you, fuck you.